And just like that, a magical season for Washington ends in Philadelphia as the Eagles beat the Commanders and they're going to the Super Bowl. Congratulations to any Eagles fans out there. Now, getting into the game, um, we will talk about the refs a little bit, but ultimately, three turnovers. How were we doing? How did we have so much success in the postseason? We always knew we didn't turn the ball over. Other teams did. What did we do today? We turned the ball over three times. It was an uphill battle all game long. Uh, I mean, any real fan knows that the Eagles are stacked. Their entire team is stacked. What we did this season is pretty remarkable. Seeing that we didn't have the talent, we were just a median team at best when it comes to talent. We've got Terry McLaurin, Jaden Daniels, like Luvu, maybe. There's only a couple other guys, Mike Sanders still. There's just a couple other guys that you could say are maybe ballers on this team. But what Dan Quinn and this coaching staff did, getting these guys to come out here every single week, even in today in this game, yeah, of course the score looks real bad at the end. But they we fought for most of this game, man. We really fought for most of this game, and it just sucks that we were so close. And yet again, this Terry McLaurin didn't have a fumble today. Jaden Daniels didn't have a fumble. He threw that interception at the very end of the game. The game's already over at that point. They're just playing backyard football right there, just trying to make something happen. The game's over. There's like 4 minutes left in the game, and they're up at least three scores or something. Um, but it just sucks because people like Jaden Daniels had a pretty solid game. Not good enough. Wasn't like a superhero and didn't put the team on his back enough in this game. But yet again, everywhere across the board, the Eagles have better talent. They just do. And it was still remarkable to see, even we were down like we'd be down like two scores and the defense would get us one stop and then we're right back in it. But three turnovers, three fumbles, man. That's just insane. And that's not who we've been all season. That's not who we've been in the postseason. So I mean, most of that is credit to the Eagles. They were ready. They came to play, and then also, yeah, there were some bad calls by the refs in this game. And look, I know there's going to be Eagles fans who are like, "Oh, go and cry about the refs." Yeah, well, you're about to be fucking crying about the refs in a couple weeks when you play the fucking Chiefs, dude. So y'all are going to be bitching and complaining too. Everybody knows about the Chiefs, and in this game, there was a couple of really bad calls, and this was early in the game when the game was still in reach, when we were still in. We had a game going. There was the one to AJ Brown in the end zone. There was some sticky coverage, but it's like they even the newscasters, they were like, yeah, they're letting them play this game, like they're letting them play, but they're not going to let us play on a touchdown, like. And then so AJ Brown doesn't catch the ball is thrown into the dirt or whatever. Then a flag. Then on third down when we stop you, then here comes the flag up, first down on the 1 yard line. Yep, they didn't get the touchdown when we were letting them play, but now no, we're gonna just let it. We're gonna give them the ball on the first on the first 1 yard line. So it's like there was some shit like that in here that just not a fan of. But regardless, three turnovers, Eagles zero. That's that's the game. That's literally the game. And watching Jane Daniels this year really made me kind of just seeing how poised he is and how nothing he doesn't let anything affect him during the postseason. Typically as a fan watching this team, I would be nervous as all hell. Even today, I'd be nervous as all hell. But there was just something on our side, a calmness, like we're going to win regardless. It doesn't matter whether you worry about it or not. Where the team's gonna fight, we're gonna win. Even in today, and that's what I'm saying. I kind of like am trying to learn or take something from how Jaden Daniels plays football. Like as a fan, like I'm sitting here, I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. Until this game got away at the end. Yeah, then it's like okay, yeah, game's over. But sitting around just like stressing all the time doesn't really help. You know what I mean? And like that's something I learned by watching this team and watching Jaden Daniels. this season. Just seeing him on the bench, being calm, cool, and collected, and just like not worrying about it, not stressing about it until it was really a problem. And even in this game, we were down multiple, like two scores, like for a good period of time. I'm sitting here, defense gets a turnover, offense scores, we're right back in it, and it's just like, I feel like that's not who I used to be as a fan. So like, as much as like, there's just so much we can take away from this season, and it really sucks because like we were so close to just making the Super Bowl, just making the Super Bowl is crazy, but you know we gained so much respect during the season as a franchise, and yet again, the logic I was just talking about, how I'm not stressing about it. I'm not going to stress about it. It's not that big of a deal. Not going to stress about it. We have Jaden Daniels. This team fights. We're going to find a way to win. So don't stress about it until it's really out of hand or something like that. And that's what I'm going to try to do with this team, because look at who we had. Like, look at how Jaden Daniels is playing. Look how much room for talent we can upgrade in the next draft or two, and off seasons that we have with Adam Peters. I mean, look at the guys who fumbled the ball today. Austin Eckler, um, who else? McNichols, and Diami Brown. These are three guys. I mean, maybe Diami Brown is and Eckler have played well, but it's just like these are also three guys who could also be gone. You know what I mean? Like, these are three guys that could not be on the roster in 2 years. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I have like anything against them or whatever, but I'm just saying these are positions that we are going to be looking to upgrade. These are positions that we are not as good as the Eagles at. You know what I mean? Like, besides Jaden Daniels, and maybe there's an argument for Terry McLaurin. It's like, what other player do we have on the field that's better than the Eagles in their position? And yet again, that's why it's like we had a damn good run, and it's hard to not get upset. I understand that. It's hard to not sit there and feel like, man, we were just right there. All we needed was just one more mistake-free game of football, and bam, we would have been in it, dude. We would have been in a Super Bowl, and it's hard to like let all that go and just chill. But like I said, this is something that I've noticed that I've been learning as a fan this year. And a lot of it has to do with watching Jaden Daniels. Is like, like so many games this season, it's like it would be a heart attack if you're watching him, but at a certain point you just need to let go and be like, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. And also, I have a pretty good feeling that this team fights and finds a way to win. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna try to sit here and say, look what we did in just 1 year. Look what Adam Peters did with just 1 year, man. Like, give him two more drafts, two more off seasons of getting some new people in here, drafting new talent. We have a lot of money. We have like 100 million cap space. So it's like, I'm trying to not let this loss get to me too much, because I know it sucks to hear, but we'll be back, man. We're like, this is just the beginning, and this is who we are. I was gonna make a video last week, and it was gonna be a little bit more intense than this, but I just never got around to doing it. But I was gonna make a video talking about, this is who we are. This is where we're supposed to be. We're winners. This organization, until Dan Snyder picked it up and held us hostage and shit, this is who we are. We're winners. We're supposed to be here. We're supposed to be in the playoffs. We're supposed to have all eyes on us. And do you think it's a coincidence that 1 year when Dan Snyder's gone, just 1 year with him gone, we're right back to this? I don't think it's a coincidence, man. This is who we are. We're gonna be back. Um, if we have to, if the Eagles are back next year too, so be it. We got to get better, and we just got to trust the process. Got to trust Dan Quinn can coach these guys up again. Got to trust Adam Peters. But not too much to say about the game, man. I like the Eagles. Their defense was legit. Definitely gave us the hardest game we've had in a long time. There were some bad calls by the refs, but 3 turnovers is way more of a big deal than some bad calls by the refs. So we could sit here and talk about the game all day, but there's nothing more to talk about except for those turnovers, really. And those came by people, like I said, Austin Eckler. Love Austin Eckler. Love what he did for us this year. But if we're looking to upgrade our team and get better, these McNichols, that's a guy that's not going to be on the roster in a couple of years. Or next year, had a fumble today. Diami Brown had a really good playoff run. Probably will be here for a little while. I don't know. But regardless, if we want to build a team we think can compete with the team that we just saw in the Eagles, who is probably the best talented team in at, at all the positions overall, like in the NFL, we got to upgrade positions like this. And so yeah, and just Jaden Daniels had a great game. I mean, like I said, he didn't do anything. He didn't like become Superman, put the team on his back, and run for 1,000 yards or something like that, just for us to have a chance to win. He didn't do that, but he also didn't really make any mistakes. And every single time we're moving the ball down the field, and somebody else fumbled. Like that's like what is he supposed to do about that? And I know someone could say, "Oh, well, he threw that ball to Eckler, kind of in like to the ground," but it's like Eckler's a running back. If anyone knows to cover the ball, dude, it's like a running back. You know what I mean? So I don't know. We could go on and on about the game, but like I said, ultimately it's the turnovers, the 3 turnovers. Every other play, who gives a shit? I mean, the defense could only did what they could do to stop Barkley. Yeah, it's embarrassing that we gave them that first Barkley touchdown. It's like everybody knows what they're gonna do. They're gonna run the ball with Barkley, and we couldn't stop them. Tackling wasn't great. Penalties didn't go our way. But yeah, man, it's all good, dude. It's all good. We know the deal. We're back. Like Washington is back. We got a damn good quarterback. Our offensive line is full of a bunch of no name guys. Like what this team did already this year is crazy. It's crazy to see like how much they've overachieved with these guys who are some of them might not even be starters on other teams and shit. That's what I'm saying. So it sucks that this magical run finally came to an end. But like I said, hopefully you guys can try to take away from the season what I did and realize this is where we're supposed to be. Um, this is where we're supposed to be. We got people who know how to run a damn organization here now. Uh, we're gonna be back. It's not that big of a deal. It sucks right now, but we'll be back and we'll be stronger. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Um, as always, hail to the Redskins, hail to the Commanders. I will talk to you guys. Thanks for joining the Discord. Thanks for talking to us in the Discord. Um, link to that will be in the description and comments. Join that if you want to talk to us. It's free, just a free app. You can sit there and talk to everybody about the Commanders. There's also some fans of other teams in there. Like if you want to, just if you just want someone to talk football with, that's what we do. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.